Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radha. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotarashati Shimat, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Ashtotarashati Shimat, His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki. Vrindavan Dham ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Jagannath Kshetra Dham ki, Ganga Mai ki, Yamuna Mai ki, Tulsi Maharani ki, Harinam Sankirtan Yaga ki, Samaveda Bhaktavrinda ki, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. It's 139. 139. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Hare Krishna. Very nice. Welcome to Bhagavad Gita class. Thank you so much to everyone for coming. And you made that effort to come and see Krishna and to pray and to hear about Krishna. And this is for our eternal benefit. So you really made the best choice of your life for coming here. So before I start, I would like to ask the blessings of everyone assembled, especially my dear husband. I hope to speak in accordance to the scriptures, to Srila Prabhupada's purpose and Krishna's teachings, and for our benefit, for all of us. So today we are reading from Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, verse 39. I'm wondering whether I was told different verse and if it's meant to be 19 because they opened. Anyway, I'm going to speak on 39 because that's what I was told. Okay, so. Kula kshaya pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana dharmenashte kulam kritsnam adharmo bhavati uta. So please try to repeat. Kula kshaya pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana dharmenashte kulam kritsnam adharmo bhavati uta. Kulakshaya pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana dharmenashte kulam kritsnam adharmo bhavati uta. Would anyone like to try and recite? Who is the courageous one? Yes. Kulakshaya pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana dharmekshnaste kulam kritsnam adharmo bhavati uta. One more brave person. Yes, Mataji. Kulakshaya pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana dharmenashte kulam kritsnam adharmo bhavati uta. Thank you very much. Kulakshaya, please repeat. In destroying the family. Pranashyanti, become vanquished. Kula Dharma, the family traditions. Sanatanaha, eternal. Dharma, religion. Nashta, being destroyed. Kulam, family. Kritsnam, whole. Adharma, irreligion. Abhibhavati, transforms. Uta, it is said. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. Purport. In the system of the Varnashrams institution, there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. The elder members are responsible for such purifying processes in the family, beginning from birth to death. But on the death of the elder members, such family traditions of purification may stop, and the remaining younger family members may develop irreligious habits and thereby lose their chance for spiritual salvation. Therefore, for no purpose should the elder members of the family be slain. We'll just recite some prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvei Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahakana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahakana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Okay, so first I would like to ask you, who has read Bhagavad Gita, the whole Bhagavad Gita as it is? Yes, some of you, and who read some of it, some parts of Bhagavad Gita? Okay, so most of us know more or less Bhagavad Gita, but even if we know, it's always good to hear again and again. And for those who haven't heard, then I hope it will become more clear what Bhagavad Gita is all about. First, I would like to bring the context of this verse. What is happening there in Bhagavad Gita, and especially in our verse today? So basically, Bhagavad Gita, as it is, the one who was which was translated by Srila Prabhupada, and he gave purpose to that Bhagavad Gita. It describes the moment just before the battle of Kurukshetra, just when it was about to start. And the whole Bhagavad Gita, the main part of Bhagavad Gita, is the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. Because for Arjuna it is a very, very difficult situation. And Krishna is there to support and guide. And we will speak about it more, why this is so difficult for Arjuna and how Krishna is supporting Arjuna. So the title of this first chapter of Bhagavad Gita is Vishada Yoga. Does anyone know what it means? What does it mean, yoga? Do you know what yoga means? Yes? Yes, Mataji? Yes. Yoga means to link with the Supreme. And Vishada means lamentation. Lamentation or depression, dejection. So this is what Arjuna is experiencing. This is what he's feeling. He's feeling depressed and dejected. So how does this work? Why dejection, the moment of depression, the moment of sadness, the confusion, how is that yoga? Because we know all different types of yoga, right? What types of yoga do you know? Hatha? Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, Gyan yoga. We know also there's hot yoga, there's air yoga, there's power yoga, all sorts of yogas. But have you ever heard about the yoga of lamentation? We have never heard about something like that. But Krishna entitled this chapter as yoga of lamentation, yoga of dejection. And why is it? Because, like you said, yoga means connection, linking with the Supreme. So this chapter explains to us how in the moment of depression, dejection, confusion, how we can use this opportunity to actually connect to the Lord. And Kunti Devi, the queen of who is the aunt of Krishna, she prays in the prayers of Kunti Devi, in Srimad Bhagavatam they are described, she's praying, Vipada santuta shashvat tatra tatra jagat guru bhavato darshanam yatsyat apunar bhavadarshanam. So she's praying, may these calamities come to me again and again. Because when those calamities come, then I will be able to see you, my Lord, to see you, Krishna. And when I can see you, that means I will not have to take birth again and die and again take birth. I will be free from that cycle of birth and death. So this is the prayer of Kunti Devi. And of course, we may not be in that position of praying for calamities. In general, we don't want calamities to come in our life. But Srila Prabhupada explains in Bhagavad Gita in 2nd chapter, 7th verse, he explains in the purport that this material world is constructed in such a way that the calamities come whether we want it or not. And he uses this analogy of a forest fire. In the forest, the fire happens sometimes without anyone setting that fire, without anyone wanting that fire. But it just happens because of the friction of the bamboo trees and because of the dryness in that forest. And nobody can prevent it. We cannot do anything about it. It's just the way the nature is designed, the way the forest is designed. And in the same way, our life is designed in such a way in this material world that difficulties come whether we want it or not. We don't have to ask for it. And the distress will come. And just like distress will come, also happiness will come. Both will come without us endeavoring for it. That is also explained in Bhagavad Gita, that happiness and distress come just like seasons come. One by one, seasons change. And in the same way, our moods, our experiences in this life change. Sometimes happiness, sometimes distress. And great personalities, they use those moments of distress to actually come closer to Krishna. Just like we gave example of Kunti Devi, who went through so many difficulties in her life. So many times she almost faced death, and her children also were going through a lot. But she was always praying for those calamities so that she can remember Krishna. And actually, I wanted to share a personal example of my friend who around 1 year ago, she was diagnosed with cancer in her lungs. And the doctors told her that you have to operate. It's a very serious situation. It's 6-centimeter cancer between your lungs and heart, and you need to operate it. And the way she took it was so amazing because she's a healer, so she didn't want to go for operation. She decided that she will try different methods of self-healing in order to heal herself, which was wonderful. And actually she succeeded. Just recently she had a scan done and the cancer is now only 2 centimeters. And doctors said that she's considered cancer-free now. So that's a great success for her due to her practice, her austerities, the prayers of devotees and blessings. But the amazing thing about this story was that when she found out about it, she sent a message to her friends saying that she's actually so grateful for this opportunity because in this moment of anxiety and uncertainty about her future, it gave her a great determination to take shelter of the Lord and to be more serious, more determined in her practice. So these moments, we can use them like this when they come, like we already said, that they do come, want it or not. They can be a great opportunity for us. Just like also Parikshit Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is described the story of Parikshit Maharaj who was cursed to die within 7 days. And what did he do? He didn't try to enjoy to the beats, to the last moment of his life. No, instead he went to the bank of the river, sacred river, and he was just hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. He was fasting, no water, no food, just hearing. So we may not be in such a precarious situation and we may not want to face difficulties, but the reality is that this material world is very dangerous place. When we hear the news or if we go to the hospital, we'll see how much suffering is in this material world. And we have this amazing opportunity in the human form of life to make the best out of it and to take to Krishna consciousness seriously. And so that's what we can learn from Arjuna, who was facing such a difficult situation. And what was the difficulty for Arjuna? Arjuna was a warrior. He was born as a warrior, raised as a warrior. And for a warrior, when a warrior is challenged to fight, then he has to fight. He cannot say, oh no, I'm fine, I won't fight, because it would bring him infamy. And for a warrior, infamy is worse than death. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. And so Arjuna had to fight. But who was on the other side? His family, his friends, his teachers, his uncles. So can you imagine such a situation that you are on the battlefield and on the opposite side are your closest people? How would you feel? So Arjuna is in such a situation. And in this chapter, it is described how in this situation, which Arjuna is now, Krishna is taking the role of a chariot driver of Arjuna. Krishna is, one of his names is Achyuta, which means infallible. He never fails to show love and affection to his devotees in so many different ways. And so Arjuna is in this difficult situation. He is overwhelmed. He is uncertain of what he's going to do. But Krishna is there for him. He says, I will be there for you and I will drive your chariot. And I will also be there. I will support you. So even though Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he takes the role of a menial servant of his dear friend and his cousin, Arjuna. And so Arjuna is asking Krishna, please take me to the middle of the battlefield so that I can see who is there on our side, who is there on the other side, so that I can assess the situation. So Krishna does it, of course. He follows the instructions of Arjuna. He takes him to the middle of the battlefield, and then Arjuna can see his dear ones on the opposite side who are so eager to fight with him. So I wanted to read a few verses which describe how Arjuna is feeling. These are the verses 27 till 30. When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these different grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up. My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow Gandiva is slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning. I am now unable to stand here any longer. I am forgetting myself, and my mind is reeling. I see only causes of misfortune, O Krishna, killer of the Keshi demon." So we can see how Arjuna is so overwhelmed, so uncertain. He's shaking, he cannot speak, he cannot properly keep his composure. And he's doubting whether what he's doing is the right thing to do. And how does, he's wondering, how can I do this? How can I kill those people who are so close to me? And even if I win the kingdom, because that's why the whole fight is about the kingdom, even if I win it, then what's the point? If all those who I would like to enjoy it with, if they are killed, what's the point then? Who will I enjoy? Who will I say, look what I got? This is how we enjoy, right? It's we like to enjoy with others, with our friends. We don't like to just be with ourselves. We need time with ourselves, of course, but when there is something amazing we've done, we want to share with our friends, we want to enjoy together. But so Arjuna was thinking, what's the point? Even if I win, who will I enjoy the kingdom with? And also he was thinking that it's actually so sinful to kill anyone. It's sinful even to kill a fly. But what to speak about my own family members? This is so sinful. I will be overwhelmed by sin. And even if they became polluted, and even if they want to kill me, let it be. But why would I be like them? So he's bringing up all these thoughts, all these doubts, all these arguments why he should not kill his family members. And so we are coming to today's verse, which I will read again, the translation. With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. Yes, so one by one, Krishna is bringing those arguments why he should not be fighting, why he should not kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and others who are there on the opposing side. So the argument brought in today's verse, which Arjuna is bringing, he is saying that, oh, if I kill the other side, especially if I kill the seniors, which are there on the opposite side, then who will maintain the family tradition? Because it's the seniors that are upkeeping it all together, the religious tradition, the religious principles. They are the ones who keep it strong, who teach others about the principles. It's being passed on from generation to generation. So if we kill them, then it will all break. And how will we maintain religion? And Srila Prabhupada says in the class on this verse, he's saying how in this world there is either religion or irreligion. There is nothing in between. If we are not following the religious principles, then we will be living a life of irreligion. either or. And the religious principles are there to protect us from sin, to protect us from irreligion. So that's why Arjuna is very concerned. What will happen if I kill those seniors who are keeping it all together? So just we will go to purport little by little to understand it properly. So purport again, in the system of the Varnashram institution, there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. So Varnashram system is a system that is described in the Vedas, that is a system that is God-given and that Krishna created so that everyone can be well situated, everyone can be acting according to their nature, and they can be peaceful in their occupation, in their duty, in their engagement. And in this way, they can progress gradually spiritually, they can advance spiritually by pleasing the Lord, because this whole Varnashram system is designed by the Lord. So if we follow how He designed things, then He is pleased, He is happy. And it also helps us to grow spiritually, to live a peaceful life. So in the Varnashram institution, we have 4 Varnas, which are on the top there are Brahmanas, and the Brahmanas, the duty of the Brahmanas is, it's sometimes compared to the head of the society. So that means the Brahmanas are the intelligent class of men, and they are meant to be very well versed in the scriptures, and they are meant to be advising those which are ruling the society, which are the kshatriyas. So the Brahmanas are meant to always give the broader vision, the vision which is meant to help the whole society to come closer to Krishna, to make spiritual advancement. So that's the duty of the Brahmanas. So they often are priests, they are performing Vedic sacrifices. That's their duty. And then we have Kshatriyas. We mentioned already Arjuna is a Kshatriya. And so Kshatriyas, the duty of the Kshatriyas is to protect the society. So they are kings, but they are also fighters. They are protecting the society. And they are ruling. So they are meant to be taking advice from the Brahmanas, so that they are ruling not just to keep the society together, but on the material level, but also to help the society, to elevate society spiritually. And then we have Vaishyas. Vaishyas are the merchants. Today we could see them as businessmen, those who are providing the goods for the whole society. And then there are Shudras, who are menial workers. They are just doing whatever needs to be done. They are often farmers or Shishirada Gokulananda ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shishigora Nitai ki, Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Or they are supporting the farmers, and they are also artisans. So like this, we have 4 divisions of society, and everyone has their own duty to perform, and they all support each other. So this is how it works. And then we also have 4 ashrams. First ashram is the brahmachari ashram, which means the student. And this is the time when the person can fully engage in studying the scriptures. Usually it would be in the Vedic system, it would be under the care of the guru, in the gurukul, in the school of the guru. And the person would just completely dedicate themselves to studying and learning discipline, following celibacy, and that would be usually from 5 to 25 years. And then if the student would decide to marry, then he would enter Grihastha ashram. Hare Krishna. And in this, that means family life, marriage and children. And then it is considered, it's beneficial to, after 50th year of life, one should then go to the forest. Or even if one doesn't go to the forest, one should live a life which is more of detachment, which is dedicated to preaching and traveling, spreading the message of the Lord, being detached from family life. And for some, there would be also sannyas, which is complete renunciation and complete dedication to just preaching the glories of the Lord. So we have those four varnas and 4 ashrams, and this is the system that would be followed in the Vedic tradition, and that if one follows, then one pleases Krishna, and one naturally makes gradual spiritual advancement. So that was the worry of Arjuna, that the system may break if the seniors are not there and if they are not upholding those traditions, because in every ashram, in every varna, there are certain religious principles that one should follow. And then Srila Prabhupada says in the purport, the elder members are responsible for such purifying processes in the family, beginning from birth to death. Yes, so in the Vedic tradition, in this Varnashram system, there are certain rituals which are called samskaras. From even before the child is born, there is a samskara before conception, so that the parents may attract the soul which is who already will have some preparation to carry on their path in such a way that it can be easier for them to come closer to Krishna. So these rituals are purifying, and there are many different rituals, samskaras in one's life, that help one to purify themselves and to help one advance spiritually, come closer to Krishna. So again, that was the worry of Arjuna, that the elders are supposed to hold it together and pass it from generation to generation. And in this way, they help the family members to break the cycle of birth and death and attain liberation. But on the death of the elder members, such family traditions of purification may stop, and the remaining younger family members may develop irreligious habits and thereby lose their chance for spiritual salvation. Therefore, for no purpose should the elder members of the family be slain. That was very clear for Arjuna. That should definitely not be done. So that's why he's challenging, he's putting the argument against fighting. So there was one point that Srila Prabhupada brought in his class on this verse. He was speaking about the goal of human life. So we were speaking about dharma now, that every one of us has certain occupation in this life. On the material level, it is called svadharma. So our occupation for this lifetime, like in the Vedic system of Varnashram, someone was a Brahmana, someone was a Kshatriya, and they had certain duties to perform in this lifetime. And in this age that we are living, in the Kali Yuga, it is said, Kalo Shudra Sambhavaha, that practically, yes, everyone is a Shudra. So we are all mixed up and a little bit confused also on our Varna, what is actually our Varna. But Srila Prabhupada says we're all actually Shudras. So all of us, each of us has some different duties in our life. Some of you may be parents, so your duty is to take care of your children, and some of you are working, so that's your duty to maintain your family. Like this, we have certain duties. We need to do some housework. Students have to study, Everyone has different duties in this lifetime, and this is our Svadharma. But there is also Sanatana Dharma, and that means our eternal occupation. That is the same for all of us, and it never changes, because Svadharma may be just for this lifetime. In next lifetime, we may be doing something else. But Sanatana Dharma is our eternal occupation, and that is to serve who? Serve God, yes, exactly. This is our eternal occupation, to serve Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, this is what Srila Prabhupada was mentioning, that this is actually what we need to focus on, that perhaps, of course, we need to do our material duty, but we need to at the same time understand what is my eternal duty, what is my Sanatana Dharma, that my Sanatana Dharma is to serve Krishna. And then if I understand that my Sanatana Dharma, my duty is to serve Krishna, then what do I do? How do I serve him? So by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we got the information how we can serve the Lord in a very, very simple way. Do you know what is the way? The easiest way to serve Krishna in this age of Kali Yuga? Chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam, Kalonashti, Eva Nashti, Gatiranyataha. That in this age of Kali Yuga, there is no other way but chanting the holy name of the Lord. Before, people could make advancement by following the Varnashram Dharma system. But in this day and age, it's so difficult to follow the system, and we are very confused about what is actually our Varna, and so and even that it would be very slow for us, that progress. Of course, we may be trying our best, but the most simple way and very straightforward is chanting the holy name of the Lord. And that's something that we can do anywhere and everywhere. There is no restrictions, there is no a limit to the chanting. You can chant as much as you want at any time of the day. And what is the condition for chanting? How can we actually chant nicely and purely? What is the secret behind? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yes? Yes, humility, exactly. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Trinadapi sunijana, tarorapi sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sadahari. So he says that one has to be more humble than a blade of grass, more humble than a tree, more tolerant than a tree. And then when we have such a state of mind, then we can chant continuously. So that's something to aspire for all of us, to be, try to be humble, try to remember that we are servants, that we are not here to lord it over, and we are not here to be served, but actually we are here to serve. But this realization will come to us when we try to chant. We may not, from the beginning, we may not have this high understanding, I'm the servant of the servant of the servant. But if we just try and endeavor to chant, then we will see gradually this realization will come. And this is a very surprising thing that most of us think that the situation in which I will be happy is when everyone serves me, when I will have what I want and people will do what I want. But we can see that the more we try to do it, we just get frustrated. But when we act from the realization that I'm the servant, and how can I please the Lord, how can I serve the Lord, how can I help others come closer to Krishna, then we will see that we will feel happy, that actually the real happiness comes from understanding our real position as the servant of the Lord and acting in that from that position. So chanting is really the simplest and the easiest way to approach the Lord, to connect to the Lord, and to purify our consciousness from the false conception of I am the master. It is described that it's just like when we look in the mirror and it's full of dust, we cannot see ourselves. We don't know how I look like. But when we start to clean the mirror, then slowly we will see, oh, okay, this is me. So this is what chanting does. Chanting purifies our consciousness from all material contamination that is there in our mind. And we are so fortunate in this human form of life that we can do it. Can dogs chant? Mahaprabhu could make animals chant, the tigers in the forest and all the animals, but we don't have such power that we cannot make animals chant. But we can chant and we can make others chant. So we can see that in animal form of life, it's not possible to chant. And how do we know what form of life we'll get in our next life? Do we have any guarantee? There is no guarantee. And that's why we cannot waste any moment. That's why we have to take this opportunity that we were given. We are so fortunate. This is really great fortune to come to Krishna, to be here at the temple. Look, it's not that many of us. And you all are very special, because it's so rare for someone to surrender to Krishna. It is said in Bhagavad Gita, Bahunam janmanam ante gyenavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. It says that after many millions of births and deaths, one surrenders unto me. And such a soul is very, very great. It's a great soul. So you all are here great souls that you came. You are surrendering to Krishna. And Krishna guarantees that if you surrender to me, I will take care of you completely. The more you surrender to me, the more I take care of you. Sarva dharma parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. So he says that give up all your fears and give up all so-called religious practices. Just surrender to me and I will remove all your sins and I will remove all your fears. So don't worry, don't have any fears. Just surrender to me, just chant. Come into the temple, associate with devotees, because we really need association of devotees. It inspires us to chant. When we're alone at home, sometimes it's difficult. But still you can try. You can try to make it a small commitment. For example, every day in the evening, we'll all come together as a family, or maybe I can meet with my friends. I can invite my friends, and we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or half an hour, depending on how much time you have. And you will see how happy you feel. And Krishna says, if you take one step towards me, I will take 100 steps towards you. So Krishna is so eager for us to come closer to him, to come back to him. He can't wait for us to come back. But at the same time, he's waiting for us to show that, oh, I want to come back. Just like in any relationship, if one person walks away, the other person will not want to bring by force. No, we'll have to wait, okay, we'll have to wait until I want you to come back, but you also have to want to come back, because it's love. And love cannot be forced. So Krishna is never forcing us. He tells Arjuna, he speaks all Bhagavad Gita, and then he tells Arjuna, now I've told you everything, and now you do what you want. I've gave you all the knowledge, all the guidance, but now it's up to you. I will not force you, but I can tell you that if you surrender to me, you will be so happy. And at the end of this life, you will go back to me, and you will have no more suffering, no more birth and death, no more confusion and all those problems, all those material problems in life. So, do you think it's a good idea to surrender to Krishna? Yes? So what do we have to do to surrender to Krishna? Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So after this talk today, maybe everyone can make a small commitment to Krishna, how I can come closer to him. It can be 1 round a day on Japamala, or 1 verse a day, something small that can help you and that you know that you can be consistent about, that you will maintain it and you will see how your life will change. And please let me know after the results of your commitment. So I would like to stop here. Are there any questions or comments? Yes?
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you for such a wonderful class. Something that you spoke about was that who can guarantee what they're going to be in the next life, right?
Yes.
Can anyone raise their hands and say they'll know what they'll be in the next life? Can anyone do that? Does anyone know? Not
She
sure,
knows.
right? What will you be? What are you going to be?
Krishna.
Wow. That's very special.
Oopsie.
And for anyone else who's just realized they don't know what they're going to be in their next life, would you like to know how to determine that? Anyone curious what they can do about it? Mm-hmm. Yeah? It seems like a good question, right? You've come all this way to the manor. Wouldn't it be good to know what you could do to determine what's going to happen in your next life? So, because it's me saying it, some people may not believe me, so I'm going to ask my friend. Can you read that out?
This one only. If one simply takes prasad, even unknowingly, he can be liberated in due course of time. Even an animal or a lower living entity who gets a chance to eat Krishna prasad becomes promoted to human life in the next birth. Such is the power of prasad.
Can we give a round of applause for that?
Can you explain to us?
So if anyone didn't catch that, so Srila Prabhupada is saying in this lecture that even if one takes prasadam unknowingly, I mean, does everyone take prasadam here? Does anyone know what, everyone knows what prasadam is, right? It's bhoga that's offered to the deities. So if one is taking it, Srila Prabhupada is saying in the next life, they will get birth as a human being.
Mahaprashadam ki
Jai.
jai.
So imagine knowing that now, would you not like to then spread, to give Mahaprasadam to other people that you meet? Isn't it easy to take some sweets from the reception, keep them at your home, and when you meet someone, the postman, delivery man, the cleaner, your neighbor, just give them prasadam, just so that way you're helping them get a human birth. It's that simple, right? Can anyone do that? Does anyone feel that's difficult? Yeah, you can do it, right? It's easy.
This is amazing.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful suggestion. Yes. Imagine how Krishna would be happy. Actually, today in the morning, the speaker was saying that this is so pleasing to Krishna when we help someone to come closer to him. And by giving someone prasadam, you're helping them. You'll see how happy you feel. So yes, you can take some mahaprasadam, keep it with you, and distribute. Or you can go a step further and make it at home. Prepare it for Krishna. Offer it with love and devotion to your deities, even to the pictures. Have the deity of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, the pictures of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. and offer it to Krishna, and then you can distribute to others. And this would be such a great benefit for you and for others. Imagine giving someone this opportunity to take a human form of life in their next life, and also they will already have some spiritual credit by eating, having prasadam, mahaprasadam. This is something that already we take one step closer to Krishna, because it is said that with spiritual credit, whatever we do, it stays with us forever. It is said there is no loss or diminution. Whatever we do, it will bring us closer to Krishna and protect us from all danger. So this is some nice ideas that we have, right? So we can distribute Mahaprasadam. That's some great opportunity to help others. And by helping others, we will help ourselves. And then we can make some small commitment to Krishna for our own practice. A little bit of chanting, a little bit of reading. And you will see that your life will change in such a beautiful way. Yes. Thank you very much, everyone, for your kind attention. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.